Hey guys, so as I was thinking what build to do and I couldn't figure out what build to do, I remembered that I still haven't done a build with tornadoes. But then again I was thinking what should I do with tornadoes that would be different and wouldn't be poison. So I also remembered that I wanted to play with the Black Cane, and the Black Cane got buffed. Now it gives from 440 to 660 flat physical damage to spells. So, I mean, tornadoes are physical, projectile, and I thought Black Cane gives flat physical. Maybe I could combine. Phantasms are also spell physical projectile minions. So I thought I could actually use Summon Phantasma inside the Tornado's helmet. If you don't know, Tornado's helmet is the Saqual's Fog helmet, and the combination is you need the gloves with as high negative duration and boots with as high negative duration as possible to be able to proc tornadoes more frequently. So tornadoes would be physical spell projectile, which would hit, kill an enemy, and summon phantasma, which is also physical spell projectile. So I thought that could be a really cool idea. You would passively shoot tornadoes and generate phantasms. But I ran into a couple issues, and I may want to talk about those issues and I guess promote the Black Cane, because I think the Black Cane is a bit underrated. It gives a lot of damage. It's just a bit tricky to build around it. Also, if you have any idea how to kind of automate phantasms generation better, let me know, because I would be very interested to know. I really want to do a proper build around Black Cane. This build is scuffed. This is like a refunded build from my previous assassin, so it's not optimized. I just needed this build to be able to run red tier maps and farm seeds and farm syndicate, and that's what I did. So the idea why this didn't really work and why it had anti-synergy. So for tornadoes you want to reduce your skill effect duration, because that reduces the delay between switching stances or whatever it's called and proccing tornadoes. But if you're using phantasms, that you want to increase their duration, not reduce. And also I am using Blade Vortex, which also needs increased duration. So that was an anti-synergy. And I was previously taking window of opportunity to have reduce skill effect duration, but later on drop tornadoes completely and just focus everything on Black Cane and Blade Vortex, and then replace the anointment with the increased skill effect duration. Now another thing with the Black Cane and Phantasms is that the Phantasms support gem is kind of still not good enough. The gem itself gives you no damage. It's kind of a wasted support gem if you want to use it on your spells, because phantasms don't really do much damage unless you properly support them and properly build them, and they are also very squishy. So I was also getting Blessed Rebirth, which makes minions created recently cannot be damaged. That's 4 seconds recently. So for 4 seconds after they are summoned, they will not be damaged. Otherwise they die very fast. So another issue is that on a single target, it's 10% chance to summon Phantasm when you hit a rare or unique, and that's not enough. I wish it was at least 20%, because as I was playing with tornadoes, they would never be able to get more than 4 Phantasms on a single target. So I had to drop tornadoes and just use Summon Phantasm inside the main skill, with the linked with the main skill, which is Blade Vortex, which by the way is still only level 19. That feels like a waste of support gem. If I could figure out a way to automate Summon Phantasma without linking into the main skill, that would be great. I guess I could use maybe cast when damage taken with Summon cast when damage taken BV and Summon Phantasma with increased duration. Summon Phantasma is a support gem, so it's not affected by cast when damage taken requirements. Yeah, I guess maybe it could be done like that, and get invest everything into increased skill effect duration, which is here and also here. Get maybe more minion tankiness, because summon phantasm, I believe, cannot be refreshed until they expire. So you kind of have to resummon them rather than refresh. And yeah, so mainly summon phantasm are very squishy and they die very easily. And summon phantasm support gem feels like a waste when you link it to your main skill. If you could figure out to automate that on your like secondary skill, then you are basically getting a lot of flat damage. Not just that, but the black ink itself is not that bad. It gives mana regen, and you're probably gonna need mana regen if you're a spellcaster. It gives cast speed, it gives minion damage, which you can convert into damage for you with the spiritual aid. But yeah, the main issue is that you need to figure out a way to automate it somehow. There are ways, like, I mean, I'm gonna throw you in a couple build ideas. Stormburst is a physical skill which gets converted into lighting, and Stormburst hits pretty frequently. So you could use this scepter and actually link Summon Phantasm to the Stormburst. But then again, it feels like a waste. If you could figure out a way to automate it, it would be very nice. Just a quick note why I think tornadoes are never gonna be good is if you try to run fast, you always kind of fart tornadoes out of your butt. And I mean, you kind of have to run through the enemies while fighting tornadoes behind you. And that is dangerous and also clunky because you run through enemies. If they drop, you have to go back. It just doesn't feel good. So tornadoes, by the way, you can support with volley and it shoots a wall of tornadoes, but that doesn't really have any benefits. So yeah, I think tornadoes in general are just not really worth building around. If you want like an auto clearing build, well, almost auto clearing build, just play with the auto herald of thunder or something like that, or just minions. So quickly about my build before I lose my voice. I'm using exploded body armor because that makes it pretty good for the clear speed. I feel like exploded body armor became like a staple of my builds now. I can't really imagine playing without it now. Since this is assassin, I decided to go with the Melon's fallacy, which gives a ton of crit multiplier, and my crit chance is still alright. I got the tailwind boots, I got the darkness enthroned with some damage jewels, I got gloves with the aspect of the spider and a nerve and minion damage. I got vulnerability on hit ring, another ring is whatever, just some rest. Crown of inward eye gives damage life. Some shield with damage crit and rest, and that's pretty much it. Do I have some? I am using glorious vanity, the corrupted soul. That's how I get so much ES. I am also using, actually not using anything special else. Yeah, this is just like a generic build. I would not recommend to copy this build. This was just this build was just for the map clear, and it served its purpose. It doesn't need to do anything better. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I can't remember it now. So I think that's gonna be it for this short video. Like, I'm working on the next build. I still don't have the talisman, but I finally theory crafted the build that I wanted to for like 2 weeks now, and I'm gonna be starting that build. So hopefully next time I can show you the progress of the Galvanic Arrow with the Rhanis prototype and like 130 hits per second build. So that's gonna be basically redoing my Galvanic Arrow build from the Metamorph when I had 90 hits per second or like 94 hits per second, but this time I will have like almost 3 times more damage and more attack speed, which is great. And with the new effect sculling system, I keep forgetting what it's called, something effect sculling system, I think it should be fine. It shouldn't melt my PC, so we'll see about that. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you got any suggestions any cool suggestions about the Black Ink builds, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.